Le people of the internet? Physics. Sorry, I ate too much fries lately. Physics is something that we all hate, but some of us are watching this video for an exam, or you're just curious. You know what I am saying. From its ancient beginnings, all the way to the brain-numbingly stupid science of today. We will talk about the major discoveries, the brilliant minds behind them, and how physics has shaped our understanding of the universe. So buckle up, because we're about to take a thrilling ride through time. Our story begins in the ancient world. Around 600 BC, the Greek philosopher Thales of Miletus made one of the earliest recorded attempts to understand the natural world. He said, "Yo, this water looks hella important because water is important." An early form of what we'd later call natural philosophy. Then came Pythagoras and his school. I really have a question now. I just realized that a lot of the people who discovered these things aren't that smart. They are just early and just got first dips on it. How is this even fair? He who saw math as the key to understanding the universe. Pythagoras believed that everything could be explained through numbers and geometry, which would eventually show the way for scientific thinking. And of course, we can't forget Aristotle, the great philosopher who believed that the Earth was at the center of the universe, but later disproved by this person referenced in a song from the Queen. His influence on physics and natural philosophy lasted for nearly 2,000 years. After the fall of the Roman Empire, much of the knowledge of the ancient world was preserved by scholars in the Islamic world. Al-Hazan, also known as Ibn al-Haytham, was one of the first scientists to experiment with light and optics in the 10th century, laying the groundwork for future discoveries about how we see the world. And from his works, we can finally understand why Discord light mode is so bright at night. Meanwhile, in Europe, scientific progress was way too slow during the Dark Ages, but physics made an average UEFA comeback. During the Renaissance, thanks to thinkers like Roger Bacon and Thomas Aquinas, who helped reintroduce ancient knowledge. Now let's fast forward to the 16th and 17th centuries. This is where the real magic begins. In 1543, Nicholas Copernicus shook the world when he showed this thing that was called the heliocentric model, suggesting that the Earth orbits the Sun. This was the first major challenge to Aristotle's view, and it set the stage for what's known as the scientific revolution. Next came Galileo Galilei, often called the father of modern physics, or that one dude that the Queens referenced. So this happened in the early 1600s. Galileo was being a silly Billy as usual and playing with a telescope until he pointed the telescope in the sky. And then he was like, snap. The world is not in the center, but a third away from the sun. But of course, the church hated the idea for some apparent reason and thrown him to jail. Because of this, Silly Billy used telescopes to observe the planets, supported Copernicus's theory, and laid the groundwork for understanding motion and inertia. But it was Isaac Newton who took things to the next level. In 1687, Newton published Principia Mathematica, where he outlined his 3 laws of motion and the law of universal gravitation. He explained why objects fall to the Earth and how the planets stay in orbit. But still, after he discovered orbit and such, he still could not find a way why your mom has her own orbit. As we move into the 19th century, the world of physics expanded with new discoveries in electricity, magnetism, and thermodynamics. Michael Faraday and James Clerk Maxwell revolutionized our understanding of electromagnetism. Faraday's experiments with electric currents led to inventions like the electric motor, and Maxwell's equations unified the study of electricity, magnetism, and light. These discoveries laid the groundwork for the age of technology. And let's not forget Ludwig Boltzmann, not Ludwig van Beethoven. Boltzmann created stuff that was definitely not music. This dude made major contributions to thermodynamics and statistical mechanics, helping us understand the behavior of gases on a molecular level. The 20th century brought some of the biggest breakthroughs in physics ever. Albert Einstein published his theory of special relativity in 1905, changing the way we think about space and time. Einstein showed that time is relative and mass can be converted into energy, leading to the overused and seen equation, E(r)mc2. His work also contributed to the development of quantum theory. This dude either doesn't touch the grass, or something was in his orange juice, because there is no way bro created this just by sitting on the toilet. And speaking of quantum theory, we can't ignore the contributions of scientists like Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg, who helped develop the strange and fascinating world of quantum mechanics. This field of physics describes the behavior of particles on the smallest scales, like atoms and subatomic particles. Quantum physics revolutionized technology, leading to inventions like the laser, transistors, and modern computers. Today, physics is more exciting than ever. Today's physicists are exploring everything from dark matter and dark energy to the possibility of a unified theory that connects quantum mechanics with general relativity. We're closer than ever to answering some of the biggest questions in the universe. So there you have it, the history of physics. From the ancient Greeks to today's search for the fundamental laws of nature. Physics is just physics, and who knows what the next big discovery will be? Your mom.